Good morning, traders. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, traders. Can you guys hear me? Let's do a sound test and a visual test. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, traders. Can you guys hear me? And good morning, traders. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Afram. All right, let's do a quick sound test if you guys can hear me, and then we're gonna start with it. So we already late 2 minutes. Look at the SPY again. So if you look at the SPY on the daily, it's again breaking out. It was low on the yesterday, touched the 436, and when it touched in the 436 in our private students room, I told them that it's going to bounce back because of the market depth indicator, which confirms that how to not to just look at the charts, but rather to look at the depth of the market, that what are the stocks within the SPY and the Nasdaq are doing. And if you want to learn more about it, I'm conducting a workshop on this Saturday about how to use Finviz, and through the Finviz you're able to gauge whether the market is weak or not a weak. That indicator is only available in Finviz, and I'm going to teach you there as well. So now if you look at the SPY again trying to break out at the 439 level, and if you look at the Nasdaq, and Nasdaq is also kind of a breaking out on the bull flag pattern. So we know that market is strong and resilient and wanted to move up. Now, in terms of the gappers today, if we look at it, there are some earning day results due before the market and after the market. So I see the first stock is ATVI. So let's quickly check ATVI. ATVI, very weak uh, from the February, just lower, higher, lower lows and lower highs, and now it touched to 78 and then started moving up today. And when it's breaking out, if it's going to break out 85, it's going to break out for the last 5 days. Okay, so now if you look at the 5 minute candle, there is a big candle came in after 4 o'clock. I think that could be the result, but then there is nothing much. It's just a consolidation, so there's no much interest after 4 after the 4 a.m. today morning. So, guys, gonna really appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up, and I'm really gonna be thankful to you guys. If you really enjoy and learn, be trying to build a small community. You can come pop and say hi to us, and if you have any question, you can ask. So, what we do, we review gappers and identify the trade ideas, how we can play, and we do every day at 8:40 a.m. So now this is what we have right now. Not a good volume, so not very impressed, despite it's up 6.2%, but not a good volume. So right now we can mark the support and resistance, but not really interested in doing anything because of the low volume. Next one I see MGM. MGM is, let's look at the daily first. Uh, Again, not really like the one we see ATVI, but it came down from 45, hold the support around 36. Now it's breaking out of the last few days. Uh, but the other interesting part is that it tried to move up to 4 o'clock. Right now it is downtrending in the pre-market, trying to close the gap under the VWAP, under the moving averages, close to support and low volume. So both of them gappers, I'm not really impressed with the way it is forming. So both are being passed out. Now let's look at the gap down stocks. So gap downs, we have SKLZ. For SKLZ, we know it was one time it was trading at 48 and now it is on $13, close to the support, 4% down, low volume. Look at this, not a clean chart, making up chopping candles, big red candles, sideways action since 4 o'clock yesterday. It's just sideways. So, uh, not really impressed. I don't know, do we have anything? Okay, let's look at the CHNG. CHNG change 6.6% down. Let's look at the daily. Uh, it's holding $24, $22, quite a whole 2021 year. Then it came down, and right now it is under $20. The next support we see on the $18. Interesting. And let's now look at the volume. Again, low volume, despite it has 300,000 shares, but the candle formation not really good. No clear trend. Came down sharply, moving back up sharply. So not really. Hi Andre, not really uh, making sense. GM down 3.7% on the daily. It touched the 58, right now 55. Uh, low of these supports are 54. Not a big mover. Let's look at the volume. Volume started coming in, making a nice candles, making a bear flag, moving down. So we'll keep an eye. 55.94 could be our uh, resistance here, and the next resistance is 56. So only thing so far we liked it, GME. Now let's look at the other stocks which we have seen yesterday. We might find some. Andre, it was such a bad luck on the BYSI that I was going long on 1970, 19719, and then I don't know why, but I decided not to trade. It was just an unfortunate that, because when I opened the system, I will show you. I opened the system at that time. There was only these three candles, and I was waiting for a pullback, and I saw this. There was a $19 pullback, and I'm gonna go long 1970. But I look at this. This is the breakout 1970, and I don't know why I decided not to trade that. And then I was just missing so much that I just tried two shares just to revenge it. Just took two shares to short here, and look at this. Only two shares I took at 3 points, but I was so upset because I didn't take this trade. I marked those levels. I was looking at it when I opened the system. The BYSI made these three moves, and then I was waiting for this consolidation, and it moved the consolidation. The first reason I wouldn't take it, wasn't interested, because I thought that volume died down. There's only 30,000 shares, and I was not expecting from the 30,000 shares to give that much big move. And rest is history. Rest is history. It's just a bad luck. Guys, gonna really appreciate if you guys they give us a thumbs up, and feel free to introduce yourself. Hi Bridget. Hi Louis. Okay, we look at it. So right now we don't, from the gappers, we don't have anything very interesting today. Okay. Now, and I wouldn't suggest to trade this BYSI. It's going to be very volatile. It can give punish you, so stay away unless you find. And reason I only going to go here long is because I only have a 70 cents risk, but I don't know why I didn't. I chose to go. I don't know. But Andre, is not easier, because I was looking, definitely I was not expecting that big move, but the way it moved the first three candles, I was thinking at least to get the high of the day, right? That was my plan, and risk to reward ratio was very good. It's only 70-cent risk, and there is upside move for $4. But in the reason one I told you the volume, and also in the past what I've noticed that these 7 a.m. pops usually don't last, and the real pop started after 8 o'clock. But this time it popped, right? So you need to see in the long run. So maybe you win this time, and if you lose 8 times, then it's not a trading edge. So that's why I decided not to trade. But definitely this was a big winner. But would I expected that it's gonna go to 46 to the moon? No, I was not expecting. I was just expecting it might gonna touch back, high, and then, but in just a one candle it touched the high. So it was really interesting. And once it moved that, I then decided not to touch it because it's going to be too volatile. So let's look at the AMD. Let's quickly look at the AMD. If you look at the AMD, it's still a very strong, 5 consecutive green candles right now, still moving up. 115 is could be a key level. Let's see what it does. Does it break out that level, that yesterday high, or it wanted to come down like this one, that it come down a little bit, touch the 1110, and then move back up? So we'll see that. On the 5-minute chart, it was weak in the morning, and now it is again trying to move back up. Very volatile, so be careful. Let's mark some levels. We traded yesterday on the short side, uh, around, I think, around 4:30. We shorted around this 113.20, and we ride all the way down there. So it's gonna be volatile, but wait for the right opportunity, and you're gonna get a lot of opportunities to trade this AMD, both side. Okay. Now the next one I have is Hood. So Hood is really surprised we didn't trade yesterday. Last 3 days, it was just pain in the ass. Move up and quickly, return back. So I was losing money from last 3 days, and I decided not to trade yesterday. And of course, there was another miss. And yesterday is just moving up. Didn't get a chance to trade then. So right now, if you look at it on the pre-market, very active. Clearly we see a support on 53, and I see the support around 51.60, and then the for $50. So let's see how does it do. 54.76 as the resistance, so we need to wait for it to see. So right now, if I go back and create the watch list for you guys, I do not have much stock. Let me just delete that. So right now, Hood is the first one. AMD, I'm going to check. Okay. uh, Uber. Uber has a earning after market opens. So Uber is going to be inactive. We just need to follow the trend. We don't know what it's going to do. It can go either way. Let me just delete this lines. Okay. So so right now it is around 42. 44 was an important resistance. Let's look at the 15 minutes to get a better view. Um, right now it is on a $42. Low of the previous day is 41.77, and support we can say on 42.33. Okay. uh, these before earnings, sometime they go in one direction. So if they're gapping, if they want to gap up, they're just going to continue to run. Or if they're coming down, they're just going to just going to come down as well. So from both side, that right now it is flat red. But if it's move over 43, then we can think over going long and find the pattern. And if it's coming down under $43, we can find the place to short. Okay. So now let's put the Uber as well, and let's see what you guys have. Uh, each let's take a snap first, and then we'll look at the Andres. Snap is losing the supports. I think it might be closing the gap. That was we were thinking. See, $72 is an important support. It hold it couple of times. Okay, so now what we need to see is that if this stock move back over 73.50, 73.79, we can think of going long because might gonna give another boost. Okay, right now every time we try it comes down. There is a gap around 70.46 which can be filled, but it's almost filled 90% twice, once and twice. So I don't know, I don't expect this to move back down again. Maybe this is today is a day uh, we might find an opportunity to move back up as well. So we will see what it's going to do. If you look at the weekly, see her how good is making kind of a flag. It also possible that it doesn't do anything this week. It just consolidate on a sideways around 70 to 70, and maybe next week is gonna pop. But definitely close to the support, very close to support. There's no much risk to reward at this point, looking at the chart to see a downward trend, because 72 is clearly a support. Okay, two time has been bounced back. So right now it's 73.16 and 73.70. As I said, it could be interesting for planning for a long. So nothing much. Maybe on the secondary list, if it's move, if it's give us some kind of a momentum. So, okay, let's look at now uh, HZNP. Okay, HZNP is daily breaking out, low volume. Uh, I really want to ask Andre, how much is your have a success on the low volume breaking out? Do you trade that? Because I usually don't trade these kind of stocks. I'm always curious to see and do the back test that how many times these low volume breakout stay and give you the trading opportunity. Because if it's a low volume and it's still low volume after the after the market opens, so I really wanted to do a back test. So you do trade these type of trades. I wanted to ask you, how would you see that? Do you trade? Do you get uh, profitable movement out of those? What is your probability of success here? Because I think I'm going to back test this. Your strategy that breaking out stocks with the low volumes. So MRVI close to flat. Yeah, only if they move. So I don't know. So that is my struggle, that I don't like these because it's too much uncertainty that whether it's gonna move or not, and I don't want to get stuck in those trades. And yesterday was a beautiful day for MRVI from 44 to 48. It looks very extended now. If you look at it, it's a very bullish candle after 4 day in a row. It might be exhaustion. It might gonna give us a little bit of move back. So let's mark the support is 46.78 is a support. Okay, and then another support is on the 47.43. So let's see that if it can give us some. I'm not interested in going long on the stock. If I can find something, a reversal, I can go for a short. So as I said, the Uber, and also this is very expensive stock, Roku, very spready. I don't like trading that, but this also has earning today. Last few days is just coming down. 410 is a support. So let's see what it does. Is it has earning today, and you might find some kind of a good opportunities here. Okay, so let's see what we can do, what we can find out of that. And other one I'm looking at, that this is the old IPO, and if you look at the daily, uh, the stock started around the $15, moved to $21, and now again coming back down to $15 is forming a support. Right now trading around between 1570 to 1580. I'm thinking that we might see some kind of a momentum if it's crossed over 16. So that could be an interesting watch list for today. But in overall, Not impressed with any of the gappers so far, so we need to keep looking uh, uh, for the song. So Baba was very interesting, came down, touched the 192, moved back up. Today again it is on the 196. If you look at it yesterday chart, you will notice that there was a big support around 195.25 in the pre-market. It holded the support, now moving back up. If the stock stay over 196, it might go red to green. Okay, yesterday, go back and check my charts if you have not looked at it. I posted yesterday. We had this big trade throughout the day. Is a channel trade, so we always go long on the support and take partials here, long partials, and that's the way we manage our trade. Let's look at the last one, the EVGO, and EVGO is this has a big support. This I think is look like an IPO 2 of 2020. Might lose, uh, positive for the day, low volume, so no idea. Yeah. So right now, the key which we can look at it, which we may find some kind of momentum, is Hood AMD. I think that's the only one which have a potential right now. What I see, uh, ATVI and others, they are gappers, but they are not have clear patterns. Maybe after we close this show, maybe we see some volume and then we can plan accordingly. So for now, I think that's all I have. Uh, okay, let me see VISE, because if VISE have earning also this month, so it is going back to the support. I think people might gonna buy back again. Again, this is a support area of a $38. So let's watch for it. If it's break down and move back over 38.50, we might gonna find some kind of a reversal trade on this. So right now the low of the day is 38.10, 38, and after 2:30 there was a resistance big found on 38.28. So let's watch for it. If we can, maybe we can find some support reversal on VISE. I'm not expecting a breaking down. Go check the VISE. When is the VISE has a earning? uh, Let's quickly check VIC earning. Okay, VIC earning is August 5th, tomorrow, before market opens. So tomorrow is the earning day, so it might move back up today. Okay, it might move back up, or you're right, it might break down. And after earning, if it's good earning, is move back up. It could be both, because uh, before the earning day, stock can move in any direction, and you just need to follow the direction. All right. So, guys, with this same note, we're going to close the show. And if you wanted to join mentoring uh, with and trade with me live, what I will do, I go over each and every trade, share the price action, discuss what is my entry, what is my exit, why I'm entering the trade. You can ask the questions. It's very much discussion around each and every trade. Is going to be a good learning opportunity. If you guys are interested, uh, if you are interested, please join. Is only 24.99 for just for a 1 week, and we go over each and every trade. I discuss my entry, exit, partial, why I'm taking the entry, what is the risk here, how do you identify the stop losses. It's going to be a good learning opportunity on the real time basis. If you're interested, come and join. It's only $24.99 for a whole 1 week. All right, guys, on the same note, let's take a leave. And if I do some good trades, I'm going to make a recap video, and trade safe and go green. And we'll see you tomorrow.